The housing market is going to crash. Or is it? What's up, friends? Matt here. Welcome back to our channel. As you know, the real estate market is going absolutely bananas. Thankfully, Gwen Stefani taught me how to spell that back in 2005. And speaking of 2005, that was another great year for real estate. The market was solid, strong. Everybody was riding the big wave. It kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger, kind of like a bubble. But that was before I started my real estate career. I started in 2009. I was a fresh-faced high school grad heading to college, but I was desperately seeking to get more out of real estate and to be a true real estate professional. Flash forward to today, my partner Alex and I own several businesses, all involved in the real estate industry. Construction, property management, a wholesaling company, and a real estate brokerage with over 150 real estate agents, all working together to grow together in Opportunity City. So it is crucial for me to know what is going on in the real estate market and in the economy in general. To quote the great Robert Kiyosaki, the best way to know the future is to explore the past. Whether you work in the real estate industry, invest in real estate, or you want absolutely nothing to do with it, you are definitely talking about it. It's okay, everybody is. Go into any coffee shop around town and you will hear people saying things like, how can anybody afford real estate around here? Or, the market cannot keep going up like this forever. Or, I wish I had bought property here 5 years ago. Everybody has a different opinion, but does everybody know the data? It is so easy to make assumptions when you're looking from the outside in, but working in the real estate industry over the last few years has given me a lot of insight into what's truly happening in the market. So, today, I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know. But before I tell you about what's happening in the market, do me a favor. Subscribe to the channel, like, comment, share it with your friends. Anything that you do will help with the algorithms that will get this message out to the rest of the people that want to get more out of real estate or want to improve their lives and utilize real estate in the best way they can. Okay, now let's dive in. The first thing that I'd like to talk about is how do buyers search for homes? Obviously nowadays, everybody's getting online and looking on every kind of platform they can. People are doing this at night when they get off their job, and it's important, and there's a lot of information you can see online. However, I think it is much more valuable to spend your time looking for the right person or right people to work with. You've got to get a competitive advantage in the market today. Everyone can get online, and that is a great resource. But spend your time finding realtors that find off-market deals, people that are wholesaling. Anything like that is gonna really set yourself apart. I tell this to people all the time. Everybody says that it is so hard to find deals. And I said, I've never met anybody who spends 8 to 10 hours a day finding deals that has said that. Yes, it is extremely hard to find deals if you get on Zillow for 1 or 2 hours a day, and that's your process. So, utilize the internet to your best advantage, get some information, learn the market. However, find somebody who is really plugged in, boots on the ground, who's making offers, who's doing things that other people aren't to find opportunities. Is your realtor knocking on doors? Are they sending out mailers? Are they cold calling? Are they digging up things that the internet just doesn't see? So, utilize the internet, but find great boots on the ground and people that you can work closely with and build those relationships. And then you'll have a process where you can find multiple deals over multiple years. Second thing I'd like to talk about today is the popularity of suburbs and small cities as well. So nowadays, with everything going on, you have the ability to work from home, to utilize your living space as your workspace. So there's been a mass gain in the small cities as far as pricing, as far as demand. People are moving to small cities outside of Austin like Llano or Fredericksburg, and they're still able to work their same job that they thought they had to live downtown Austin for. So this is a great piece of knowledge to understand as you're buying in the small suburbs around these big cities, because let's face it, Austin is extremely expensive and it's extremely competitive. So you can go buy the same size house, a little bit newer, in Round Rock and Cedar Park and Hutto for half the price, and there's still going to be a demand. So utilize that as an investor, Utilize that for yourself if you're looking for your end home and the end investment property that you're going to sit on for a long time. You do not have to buy in the core. You can buy in the suburbs, you can buy in the small cities, and the schools are great. The taxes might be a little bit lower depending on which city, and I've seen that as a big trend since COVID, really. And so take that knowledge and utilize it to the best advantage. Third thing I want to talk about today is the idea of everybody is moving to Texas. It is constantly a thing. We're talking to people coming from the East Coast, from the West Coast, California, New York, New Jersey. Texas is offering a ton of advantages right now. The government, the mayor, the Texas governor are all offering incentive packages for big businesses to relocate here. Tesla, Amazon, Oracle, jobs. That is, everyone always talks about real estate as location, and yes, that's important, but jobs are just as important. So we have seen a mass exodus from certain cities and states around the country for people coming to Texas. Specifically here in Austin, it's great, but they're also going to Dallas, to Houston, San Antonio, Corpus Christi. We have a lot of tax advantages. There's no state income tax. It's relatively affordable compared to these East and West Coast places, and it is absolutely a great place to be. There's a vibe in Austin that cannot be matched. We are very lucky to be here. We got great food, we got great people, most importantly, live music, and it is a great place to come be creative and be entrepreneurial. So we in Texas are very welcoming. We're very blessed that people are coming here, and it doesn't seem to be slowing down anytime soon. So next I want to talk about the demand here, right? So as people are coming here, that is the demand that's being created. There is a very limited supply here, unfortunately, and it seems like it's going to take 5 to 10 years to catch up. So as everything's been going crazy in the past couple of years, crypto's all over the place, stocks are all over the place, real estate has proven once again to just continuously go up. Inflation is through the roof, materials, supplies, everybody's backed up. But we are able to hedge that with real estate. Specifically with single family, there is a very limited amount of properties that people can buy. People are running into bidding wars. Even new builders are having wait lists of 500 people plus. So you got to figure out how to get that advantage that we talked about. The demand is there. It is not going to stop. It is not going to be able to be fulfilled with the product that's coming online with builders for 5 to 10 years. So specifically with single family, look at it as an investment. Find something that you're gonna live in or rent out and have a long-term approach, because yes, things can change. Interest rates do seem to be going up. But what we're seeing right now in Austin is that's not offsetting anything, right? The prices are still going up. Multifamily, on the other hand, same exact thing basically. People are wanting to own properties where people are going to live in the future. And as the jobs keep coming and the people keep moving here, rents are now finally going up for the investors. For a long time in Austin, prices were going up 8 to 12% a year, and rents were pretty much staying flat. People were increasing rents from $1,500 to $1,550 to $1,600 the next year, and your taxes were going up more than that. But now we're seeing that those $1,500 rents are turning into $2,000 rents. So that's $6,000 a year to help pay those taxes. So the demand is through the roof in Texas and Austin specifically. The demand is crazy. So we want you guys to understand that and make sure you don't get caught in just blindly paying for properties. Make sure your realtor knows what they're doing. It's a crucial time because it's actually hard to understand values. People are coming in and what I think is worth $500, someone's paying $700 for. But we're not getting caught in that. We're not getting swept away with that. So understand the dynamics and all the factors, but then utilize knowledge and smart thinking and don't get over leveraged in anything that you do. Mortgage rates, unfortunately, they are going up and they're going up quickly. We just closed the deal yesterday and the buyer was paying 5.25%. Now that sounds low historically, but that was 4.25% or even 3.5 6 months ago. So it's not that it's gone up like a crazy amount, it's just gone up really quickly. In the last 2-3 months, it's really jumped dramatically. So what's gonna happen, depending on what market you're in, as interest rates go up, your payment's gonna go up and people can afford to buy less, right? They could have bought a $300,000 house, but now they're paying $250,000 because their mortgage payment is higher. So you got to take that into account. You got to understand that the Federal Reserve plans to continue to increase these rates. They've stated now that they're going to raise it 6 times in the next couple of years. So that's going to keep happening. You got to factor that in, and you got to understand you got to lock it in as soon as you can because they aren't going down. And keep in mind, 5.25, 6.25 still is historically considered pretty good rates. But you got to make sure you're buying good real estate and that you have a good plan. Interest rate is extremely important, so don't buy on adjustable floating rate mortgages because those will adjust as the Fed increases the rates. And so that is a very important factor to consider when you're buying your real estate. Commercial real estate, I can speak about it here in Austin, Texas. Very low vacancies. Retail, everybody has been saying that Amazon's the death of retail, but retail's still here. It's still thriving. They're adapting on how they operate, and they're doing a little bit more of a workspace, live space in some situations. They're taking smaller space. And so commercial, people are paying cap rates of 4-5% here in Austin, Texas. You're getting people on 10, 20-year leases. I have a client right now looking to open a gym in Austin, and we can't find anything. So the occupancy levels are really high, the vacancy is low. And if you can get out there and find land that you have utilities, the right zoning, and you can build, there's going to be plenty of opportunity to lease this space out to mom and pop, small businesses, local operators. Industrial seems like a great opportunity. I don't own any industrial property, but everybody I know that's buying and owning industrial, it's cheap to build. There's tons of demand for like air conditioning companies, plumbing, like small businesses that have a little office and a little storage space. And we're just lucky to be here in Austin, Texas, right? But commercial in other cities, I can't truly speak on. However, as inflation goes up, commercial, just like residential, is staying ahead of that as a hedge. And you can buy these long-term cash flowing properties where the tenants pay all the expenses. So I highly recommend, if you're an investor, you constantly work on diversifying your portfolio. You try to trade up in a sense, get some single family, get some Airbnbs, go get some duplexes, get a small apartment, get one industrial building, get multi-tenant industrial building, get a retail center. Just keep building, keep learning. We all know that commercial is a different world than residential, but don't let that intimidate you. It's still the same concepts. Prices that you pay, rent that's coming in, interest rate, you can have your expenses. Get out there and take the leap. If you want to own commercial real estate, have at it, and we'd love to help you guys. So that's my take on commercial, and I think it's going to continue to be strong. Like I said, stocks and crypto, you don't know what to get, but real estate is proven once again to be consistent. So whether you're a buyer, agent, seller, or investor, you can now use this information to get more out of real estate. At a very minimum, you can use this information to impress your friends at the next happy hour. Before you go, drop some comments below and let us know what you'd like us to discuss more, what you'd like the next series to be about. And if you have a question, please put it below as well. I promise to personally respond to every comment or question that you leave on our YouTube channel. Thanks again for watching, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I cannot wait to see you in the next episode.